Hello oddballs, it's Amy and welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. Yesterday I uploaded a video all about my crazy 2017 and all the things that have happened this year. It was an eventful year. But in today's video, I'm going to be looking forward to 2018 and sharing my New Year's resolutions with you guys. I'm definitely a goal-driven person. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So New Year's resolutions generally work out quite well for me. Except this year, where the first half of the year, things were going, oh, amazing with my New Year's resolutions. Like, I was killing it. I felt like I was becoming the best person that I could be and I was in a super great place. And then I moved to Kuwait and everything just started to unravel a little bit. I think that's kind of to be expected. I mean, I had this major life change. I literally uprooted myself and everything around me and just plonked it down in this brand new place and had to readjust completely. So things that were falling into place for me finally in the first half of this year fell back out of place in the second half of this year. So a lot of my New Year's resolutions for 2018 are going to be repeats of what I'd set myself for this year, just so that I can get back on track with things. So the first New Year's resolution I'm going to set for myself, and what should be the most measurable and the easiest to achieve and the most fun, will be to read 12 books from the BBC's, I don't even know what it's called. I never know what this list is called. I think it's like the big reads or good reads. I don't know. They have a list of 100 books that you should read before you die, and I've been slowly chipping away at it for the last couple of years. So 12 books over the course of the year, that's only a book a month. That's very reasonable. At the start of this year, I was reading 2 to 3 books a month. I was like plowing through and I was really enjoying because I love to read. But since I moved to Kuwait, in the 4 months that I've been here, I have read a grand total of about 60 pages of The Scarlet Letter, and that's it. So I really need to get back on track with reading. Like, it's good for my brain, it's good for like my inner peace, I guess. I don't know, makes me happy, and it's a good way to just finish off the day. But what is it about people that we end up putting off the things that we actually enjoy to procrastinate and do things that like serve us no purpose, like Instagram and Facebook? So I'll sit on Instagram and Facebook for like 3 hours a day instead of doing things that actually make me genuinely happy. What is that? Why do we do that? My next New Year's resolution is to get in shape. And last year, my New Year's resolution, well, last year and every year since the dawn of time, I've said to myself that I'm going to lose the weight that I put on while I was in university. That was, how long ago was I in university? Like, I don't even know. It was so long ago, I don't even remember. And again, this year, I really started to make progress with that. I think I'd kind of accepted that I needed to just throw out the whole idea of like a goal weight, because I was focusing so much on the number on the scale that I wasn't really celebrating like the achievements that were going on with my body. Like, I was getting stronger, I started to lift weights, I was lifting heavier weights, I was like toning up, I was looking good, I was looking the best that I'd looked in a long time, but I was like focused on losing that last 1 pound, that elusive 1 pound. By the summer of this year, I'd kind of said to myself, okay, give up on the whole goal weight thing and just focus on getting into shape. Just focus on being at a point where you feel like, yeah, I feel good in this dress, or I finally fit into these shorts that I love, or I feel strong and I feel like I can walk up 6 flights of stairs and not feel like I'm gonna actually like vomit my lungs out. Then again, I moved to Kuwait. And I stepped on the scale a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I'd gained 7 pounds. It was not a good time, you guys, because I was there. I was there. The goal that I had fought so long to like obtain was right there before I left. And then I moved here and I just ate so many pancakes. So I've successfully managed to lose 5 of those pounds. So I have another 2 to go to just be where I was before I got here. And I know that over Christmas I'm just going to stuff my face. And that's okay because it's Christmas, and that's, hello, that's acceptable. But then when I come back in January, I am going to be eye on the prize again. I'm going to be focusing on getting stronger, on getting fitter, and on, you know, toning up the waist. My next New Year's resolution is to keep a diary, and this is something I've struggled with for a long time. I've had a diary ever since I can remember. Even as a small child, I always had a diary and I'd write all the things that happened in my day. But I've always had this really bad habit of, as soon as things actually get interesting in my life and there's stuff going on that I could write about, I just give up and I'm like, oh, well, it's too much effort. Like, I couldn't possibly write about that. And it's a shame because I think about all the cool things that I've done and all the cool places that I've visited, and I wish that I had just written about them, because it's really nice to look back and read through a diary and see how you were feeling, and also you forget things. So it's nice to look back at things and think, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that person or about that trip that I took. And so it's really nice. And again, it's something I enjoy. It brings me a lot of like stress relief. So starting in January, I'm going to come back and I'm going to make a conscious effort to record a little bit, even if it's once a week or twice a week, just so that I can look back at this time in my life and be like, oh my gosh, look at all the things that happened. Because I tell you something, crazy things happen every day here, every single day. My next New Year's resolution is to cut out meat. I made this resolution last year and surprise, surprise, it was going super well until I moved to Kuwait. I made the resolution last year that I was going to only eat meat once a month, and I ended up going right up until July without eating any meat, and I didn't care. I didn't miss it at all. The only reason I even ate it in July is because I went to a restaurant where the only thing that was vegetarian friendly on the menu was beetroot pasta. Like, I'm not gonna put myself through that kind of torture. Like, I'll just eat a chicken burger if I have to. So that's kind of my attitude towards it, really. I don't go and say like, I'm gonna be a vegetarian and I'm never gonna eat meat, because I might be in a situation where it would be uncomfortable for me to not eat meat. You know, I'd rather not eat meat. I have no desire to eat meat. But if I go to a restaurant and there's no alternative, or the only alternative is really unappealing to me, then I'm just gonna suck it up and eat some meat. But I'm gonna cut it out and really cut it down. The problem is that in the Middle East, I've noticed that's not really accepted as a thing. A lot of the restaurants I go to, there are no vegetarian options, and so I really try and avoid those places. And that's why I spend my whole life at the Cheesecake Factory, because they do really good veggie burgers. So coming back in January, I'm really gonna get a handle on that and be like, no, girl, cut down on the meat. It's not good for the planet. It's not good for the animals. It's not really good for me either. Like, I'm gonna have to go watch Cowspiracy again, replant all of that information in my mind and go from there. My next New Year's resolution is to meditate more, and this is something that, again, I really enjoy, but I don't make time for. This is May Calls Miracles by Gabrielle Bernstein, and I love this book. It is excellent. It gives you a different meditation practice every day and a different affirmation to use every day. I have never gotten past week 4. I always get to week 4 and I've been meditating every single day. I'm feeling excellent. It does make a huge change to the way you think, the way you view the world, the way you feel. Like, it's very noticeable. But then for some reason I get to week 4 and all of a sudden I'm just like, I fall off the bandwagon. So for the New Year's resolution, I'm going to go and I'm going to complete this whole program. Like, I'm going to do the full 6 weeks, and I know at the end of it I'm going to feel so much better. And yes, I might have to wake up 10 minutes earlier in the morning to give myself time to do it, but it balances out, you know, for mental clarity. We all know that I need some mental clarity, okay? If anyone needs it, I do. So those are my New Year's resolutions for 2018. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. I love when you do that. It's so helpful to me and my channel. Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, what are your New Year's resolutions for this year? Have you decided yet? Are you actually any good at sticking to them, or do they all fall to pieces by January? Don't forget, if you haven't already, then you can go ahead and click that subscribe button to become a member of our Audible family. And for those of you who have already, thank you guys so much. You are my oddballs and I love you. Don't forget to pop back tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. The countdown is on to Christmas and we are nearly there. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so, so much and I will see you next time. Bye.